Hey y'all, it's DJ Kitty.
And Miss Morningstar.
And you are tuned into Our Plugs, a community connection where culture, commerce, and community come together on one powerful platform.
Absolutely. This is a show that connects Black and minority-owned businesses, nonprofit organizations, entrepreneurs, community leaders, and change makers all in one place. We don't just talk, we build, we uplift, and we plug you into the resources that help our community grow.
Yep. From business ownership and financial empowerment to mental health, education, arts, culture, and justice, this is a space where real conversations meet real solutions.
I know that's right. So wherever you're listening, whether it's from home, at work, or on the move, stay locked in because you're officially plugged into Our Plugs, the community connection.
Now let's get into today's show.
Well, good morning. Good morning. Happy hump day. Happy Wednesday. Welcome to Our Plugs Community Connection. I am the host this morning, Miss Morningstar. I am going to hold it down today. DJ Kitty is out on business. She has some business to attend to in her Black job, but she will be back maybe tomorrow, maybe the next day. But I'm not sure which day she'll be returning, but it will be soon. So I know you guys are missing her. And I know we missed you all yesterday. Hope you guys enjoyed the show of the replay that we had on. But I am back live with you guys. Well, so-called live. You guys know we record in the evening and play for you guys in the morning. But welcome in. I hope everybody has had their water, 16 ounces, as DJ Kitty always says. Make sure you've taken your meds. That is important. Your vitamins as well. And make sure you eat with that because you don't want to upset your tummy. And get ready for your day. It's a good day. It is Wednesday. We are almost there. It's hump day. We halfway to the end, y'all, because y'all know I love the weekend. And we are almost there. So welcome into the show. Today we have an amazing show. As always, it is How's Your Mental Health? With our homegirls, Mrs. Jack Sparkle Kicks, and we have Nikki, the counselor in the building. So it's going to be a good show. Make sure you are sharing out our message on YouTube and make sure you are liking it. Always going to your other device. And good evening to our friends on TikTok. Welcome in. Y'all tap that screen over there. Y'all know what we do over there. But as we always like to start out our mornings, with some powerful, wonderful affirmations. Affirmations is to get your day started, get your blood flowing. And I got some affirmations for you. I am what they call the affirmation queen. So I'm going to hit you with some good affirmations. And it's going to focus on our topic today. Because our topic today is going to be about our teenagers. You know, we want to pour into them. They are our future. So we're going to talk about unhealthy teen relationships and /DV. Because believe it or not, teens are in relationships, but we want them to be going into situations that are healthy and safe. So we're going to talk about it. The ladies are going to have some great information to share. So let's get into this affirmation. Positive affirmations for teens are short, present tense, and empowering statements designed to boost self-esteem, reduce anxiety, and foster resilience by replacing negative self-talk. An example, I am capable of overcoming challenges. I am enough. I am in charge of my own happiness. Consistent practice, using them daily during moments of stress, helps rewire thinking for most positive confidence and growth-oriented mindsets. So when you're a teen, it can feel like everything is so maximized. I have a teen. And sometimes it seems like when they don't get things done, it's like, oh my God, the anxiety kicks in, guilt, uncertainty. I mean, you're going through a whole bunch of hormonal changes in your life and a lot of emotions. So give yourself a breather, take a break, breathe in, take a deep breath, breathe out. It's going to be okay. And here are some positive affirmations for confidence and body image, in your body image, because that's another thing that a lot of teens worry about. Number 1, I love and accept my body as it is. Number 2, I am beautiful inside and out. Number 3, my body deserves love and respect. Number 4, I embrace my uniqueness and confidence. Number 5, I am more than my appearance. I am a whole person. Number 6, I choose to focus on my positive qualities. 7, I am grateful for my body, strength, and capabilities. 8, I radiate confidence and self-assurance. 9, I treat my body with kindness and care. 10, I am self-worthy of not defined by social standards. Awesome stuff. Let's go on to another topic for affirmations. Teen affirmations for self-acceptance. I am true to myself no matter what others think. I am confident in my own choices and beliefs. I surround myself with positive and supportive friends. I am comfortable expressing my individuality. I am strong enough to resist negative influence. I am proud of who I am and where I come from. Yes, that's all that good stuff. Couple for mental health. I choose to focus on the positive aspects of life. I practice self-care and prioritize my well-being. I embrace change and adapt to new situations with ease. I release stress and welcome relaxation. And finally, teen affirmations for healthy relationships, what we're going to talk about today. I communicate openly and honestly with others. I attract positive and supportive relationships into my life. I set boundaries that honor my well-being and value. I am a good listener and empathize with others. I choose friends who uplift and inspire me. I am worthy of healthy and respectful relationships. I express my needs and emotions with confidence and assertiveness. I surround myself with people who bring out the best in me. I am patient and understanding in my relationship. And finally, I cultivate trust, respect, and love in my connection with others. So, with all that being said, my beautiful teenagers, take all of that advice in. Maybe you won't remember it all, but maybe you'll remember 4 or 5 of them and put them in your life, your daily, speaking into existence daily for your mental health and for your healthy relationships. And we're going to touch more into it today. So that was your morning affirmations. All right, so let's keep going because we're going to talk about the weather, y'all. We're going to talk about the weather. The weather is improving. I know on the north, y'all don't get too mad at me now. I just report the weather. I don't create the weather. All right, so Holly Springs, Mississippi. Your forecast is looking 66 degrees. Winds out of the southwest, 10 to 15 miles per hour. So not too bad. It looks like you're going to have like a little cloud overcast, partially cloudy. Doesn't say rain. It's just going to be a little partially cloudy. So that's not too bad. It'll be 57 in the evening. Okay. Let's see. Memphis, Tennessee. Your high today is going to be 66 degrees, southwest winds 10 to 15 miles per hour. You guys are going to be cloudy as well. No, I don't see any rain in the forecast for today, but your evening is going to be about the same as let's move this out the way because that's in the way because it's blocking my view. Hold on, y'all. Okay, your evening is going to be about the same, 57 degrees. All right, hot Houston. Here we go. Don't be mad at me, Nikki. It's hot Houston. Hot Houston, 82 degrees, y'all. 82 degrees. It is going to be sunny. It's going to be a beautiful day. It's going to be a beautiful sunny day in Houston. Interval of clouds, sunshine, southwest winds, 15 to 25 miles per hour. Just hey, winter time has left. It is now hot Houston time. And I know about it since I've been here for 8 years. I know it's hot Houston time. I mean, let's go get our toes done. I'm just saying, poke them on out. But I'm not bragging, y'all. I'm just saying that's what's going on. That's what's going on here. That is what you're happening in your forecast. I know the north is starting to dig themselves out of that winter storm that they had over the weekend. It was pretty bad. I heard the wind gust was pretty bad in New York and New Jersey. Yeah, so I'm glad you guys got through it. Those who live there, I hope you guys are able to, start warming up. I know Queen on TikTok said they have 4 feet. 4 feet of snow. What? 4 feet. I was like, I'm only 5'3", so where that come? And then she said she only 4'7". So I'm like, girl, stay in the house. You gonna drown. You can't go outside. You cannot go outside till that stuff is gone. Stay in the house, queen. I love you. I don't want nothing to happen to you. It's dangerous out there. All right, y'all. So that is your weather forecast. And we always do because it's still February and we are still blackity black 365 days a year. It don't rub off. Y'all see that? It's still on me. It never goes away, and I don't never want it to. But we're gonna always talk about Black History Month. And I had a essential Black history fact everybody should know. Let's read it together, y'all. So the first Black U.S. senator took office in 1870. It is I'm saying it wrong. Herman Rhodes Reveal became the first African American to serve in the U.S. Senate. I said that all wrong, y'all. Herman or Hiram. I'm saying it wrong. Hiram Rhodes Reveal became the first African American to serve in the U.S. Senate after being elected by the Mississippi State Legislature. His journey included raising Black regiments during the Civil War and fighting against radical discrimination during Reconstruction. Didn't know that. Happened in Mississippi. Wow. Black History Month began as Negro History Week. Did y'all ever hear that? That it was called Negro History Week? What? Historian Carter G. Woodson created Negro History Week in 1926 to highlight Black contributions that were being ignored in schools. It later expanded into Black History Month, officially recognized in 1976. It was not that long ago. And why they be crying so hard? Because we like to celebrate Black History Month. I mean, I hear them crying on TikTok all the time. Where do you get a month? Where can we get a month? Get a month. And tell me about your history, Mr. Caucasian. Because we know a lot about y'all history. Colonizers. But anyway, the NAACP grew out of the Niagara movement. Before the NAACP existed, W.E.B. Du Bois and William Monroe Trotter found the Niagara movement in 1905, called for full civil rights at a time when that was considered radical. Believe that. Full civil rights was considered radical. Can y'all believe that? Nah, I could believe it. Yeah, called radical. Their work laid the foundation for the nation's largest civil rights organization, now called the NAACP. All right, y'all. So one more fact, and then I'm gonna bring my sisters up, and we're gonna talk about some of this news you can use. Black students at Kent State is in Ohio, were the first to celebrate Black History Month. Go on, Kent State. Go on, Ohio in the north. Let's go. Before it became a national observance, students and educators at Kent State University held the first month-long celebration in 1970. Did not know that. Now I know that. That is why I love Black History Month, because it is the month that continues to keep on giving. Keep on giving. All right, I'm going to bring my sisters to the floor. I'm going to bring them up to the floor. Hey, y'all. Good morning.
Hey.
Hey. Did y'all hear that good news I said about Kent State? That's in Ohio, so I get a little...
OH.
I know. I get excited when we talk about the O, baby. The Ohio. State. Yes. That's amazing. I was like, we always been innovators, so hey.
Of course.
It is what it is, right?
One of the things we have to celebrate that in Black History Month, because there are so many Black inventors.
Absolutely.
Always. I don't know why that rubs people wrong, but it seems to.
It does. And I actually kind of enjoy that they get a little upset by it. I kind of get a good feeling, like a little tingle, like, oh, you mad? Oh,
they get mad too. Like, why are you that mad though?
Why you so mad?
Stop using the inventions if you're so mad.
I know. Make sure you don't use nothing else, because pretty much everything in your house was made and designed by a melanated person. I'm just saying some people need to stop going to Mexican restaurants too. That part.
Yeah, some of them here was refusing to serve. They've been refusing to serve folks here. Like, no, y'all can't. We're not serving y'all. Get out.
Ain't no more Taco Tuesday. What?
Good.
No. Go make you a pierogi.
Hamburger.
Yeah.
Get your hamburger. And what else?
Them pierogies are good though. Especially like in some spots in Cleveland, they be good.
Yeah, you know why though? Because Cleveland got the Irish, and the Irish, is the corned beef and the pierogies, the potatoes. They know how to do potatoes. They do know how to do something with the potatoes.
Cleveland probably put more seasoning in, and it's probably got a little, extra.
I ain't gonna hold you. It's gonna be hard. Well, y'all, let's get into some news. I wanted to talk about. So, the U.S. tariff starts at 10%. Trump's administration supposedly is working to hike it 15% because he mean what he say. He say what it mean, because it mad because the Supreme Court shot him down and said, you can't do those tariffs. That's illegal, sir. Now he wants to impose. It's like... You got told, you got reprimanded, but now you want to go all the way hard against the American people, the people you supposed to represent. You want to go extra hard against the entire world. What's that about?
The children that never got spankings?
Yeah.
When they finally get one, they act like they have just been taken out of this world. And then they have to retaliate. The bad ones retaliate. So it's like we have to look at him as a childlike mindset anyway. So he got told what he couldn't do. So now I got to prove I am who everybody think I am. Now I got to say, okay, I'm going to just put global tariffs, 15% globally. And I think in his mind, he feel like everybody has to just go along with what he says globally. Like he doesn't really get the gravity of, you can't just... If the Supreme Court just said this is illegal, why would you double down?
Because
he likes to play tough, he want people to think he's tough, and he thinks nobody's gonna come mess with him if he do tariffs. He ain't gonna push other stuff because he's scared. But this, he wants to look like he's tough and he mean business, because everybody go around call him a taco. So he's tired of hearing that. And so he's like, I need to be tough for my. They're the only people who I see walking around talking about how tough they are. People don't walk around talking about how tough they are.
And baby, but they only
alpha males don't have to do that.
But they're only so tough on the internet. Have you noticed?
I call them thumb thugging. I call them thumb thuggers.
They about the toughest thing since sliced bread, baby. If sliced bread was hard and they are tough.
That old bread.
Tough. And don't let them get no pickup truck, baby. You can't tell them nothing. These people have systemic brain injury. Something is wrong.
It is. It really is. And I think the saddest part about it is they don't see it. And it is so apparent and obvious and like right in your face, and they still miss it because some of them willfully want to miss it, and some of them they have no choice but to miss it because they can't admit that so much has gone wrong that they have to still support it. But I'm just glad we're not blind.
Child, it's crazy. We're gonna need a lot of therapy around this camp.
Y'all gonna be in business.
Man,
I'm telling you, we have really been blessed though, in the sense to have something to talk about every day. Not that we want to talk about negative stuff, but it's keeping us quite busy this past year. It's been very interesting.
He's about to have all of them busy for the next hour or two, however long he finna have his rant.
Lord, let's not even talk.
That is gonna be like a sentence, because what in the world are you gonna be rambling about? His teeth are too big for his mouth. I can't hear his voice or look at him that long.
What y'all think they're gonna give him? Adderall so he can stay woke and go?
No, this. I'm gonna tell you, he don't need nothing right now because this is his wheelhouse. This is wheelhouse.
No, he needs something to juice him up. You don't think so?
No, I think he loves moments like this. You got to understand, this is a malignant narcissist. The light will always be on him. So anytime he has,
no, Miss Jackie,
not yet. He might have had a nap. He might have had a nap earlier.
He born himself.
And if somebody starts
charged up now.
If we get a Democrat so bold, or anybody bold enough to stand up, because remember the year where you had Big Marge in charge and her big bag
yelling
self, and you almost slipped. Her big bag self came out there and they was heckling Joe. Remember that?
Yeah.
So I just wonder if we're gonna have a Democrat stand up.
They said they're not going. They said they are not going.
A lot of them have said they're not going, and I don't blame them. I wouldn't, because you're going to sit in there. You're going to see a bunch of lies. You're going to hear him blame other people. It's just going to be the same thing he did at his rallies with an audience.
I'm on the fence, though. I understand why they don't want to go, but then I would say go and heckle them. Be the bad person.
You know what I would do? I said
they won't. They need to be the bad person for once.
Yes, be the villain.
They have. You know why?
Playing the nice guy.
You know why they need to be the villain?
Yeah.
You fight fire with fire. So you have to fight ignorance with ignorance. They have not shied away from being belligerent, loud, ghetto, disrespectful.
Yeah.
I would take a note out of their playbook. Everything Marjorie Trader Green yelled last time, I stand up in the middle of as soon as he gets silent, I start yelling. I would be probably carried on out of there.
I would have came up there in full costume, okay? Full costume to clown him.
What costume, girl? What would you put on?
Oh, man. It would have been a MAGA looking hat with some other type of like F. Donald Trump. I would have had whistles, balloons, all kind of clown face. Oh, man. I would have had, they would have put us out, because remember what they did to Al Green.
Right.
Yeah. He did.
Right. The one black man that got censored, but you let Marjorie Trader Green be just as ignorant.
And Lord Bober.
Ignorant as they want to be, but the black man you had to censor. Come on now. Y'all can't see hypocrisy. Right. But I'll go in there and show all the way out. They would have to say,
have somebody sit there and talk about him on the side, like he be talking to them reporters. I'm waiting for one good reporter to let him have it when he be calling them names and stuff. I'm waiting for one good reporter to feel like you got me messed up. Yeah. Like you got me all the way messed up.
Like today I'm losing my job. I'm about
to and before I lose it, here it go.
Go look at Leslie Jones' TikTok. She made a skit. She said, if I was a reporter.
Hold that thought.
Okay, go ahead.
We need to take a break,
We'll
y'all.
come
We
back.
we'll come back to that. You
Okay.
are listening to R Plus Community Connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. We are going to take a quick break, and we will be back after these messages shortly.
At Lovership Apparel, we believe what you wear should remind you of who you are. This is where love meets style. From our signature beautiful hoodies created to remind you to show up as your full authentic self, to our bold Her shirts designed for women who know their worth and wear it proudly. Lovership Apparel is more than clothing. It's a movement. Our comfortable, confidence-boosting leggings move with you, while our statement backpacks carry your essentials and your purpose wherever life takes you. Every piece is intentionally designed to inspire self-love, confidence, and authenticity, because you deserve to wear something that speaks life into you. Whether you're stepping out, showing up, or standing firm in who you are, Lovership Apparel is made for you. Visit lovershipapparel.com and wear the reminder, be you to the fullest.
Welcome to Compassion Counseling and Training Services, LLC, where healing takes flight. I am Nicole Wiley, licensed independent clinical social worker, and we empower children, individuals, families, and couples through individualized therapy via telehealth. Using evidence-based approaches like CBT and mindfulness, we help clients build resilience and rediscover their wings. If you're ready to begin your journey, visit CompassionCounselingandTrainingServices.com. This is Transformation Training Academy. If you're someone that people walk up to and just talk to and tell all their business to and they don't know you, this is your sign. If you're ready to level up, Transformation Training Academy is ready for you. Coach Nikki and Counselor Nikki push you past your limits into your purpose. We help you break patterns, build confidence, and create real change. Your breakthrough isn't someday, it's today. Contact us at info@thetransformationtrainingacademy.com.
Advertising with Our Plugs. The community connection opens doors to a whole new ballgame. Radio advertising is affordable, powerful, and puts your business directly in front of the people who want to support you. Plus, customers can easily find and connect with you anytime through our online directory. If you're ready to grow your brand, expand your reach, and stay connected to the community, sign up today. Visit ourplugs.com and register now. That's ourplugs.com. Plug into your community.
All right, welcome back. You are listening to R Plus Community Connection. Welcome in. If you're just getting in here, we are having our conversation surrounded this news that you can or maybe can't use. I don't know, y'all. It's crazy in the world. But today is about our mental health. So our beautiful sisters that's here today will be touching on that shortly. We'll get into it. But we want to just give y'all a little bit of news. We talked about the tariffs. We talked about, he having and this is Wednesday for our listeners. So, in past tense, he had a State of the Union. So we'll talk about that on tomorrow's show, but it's still set to happen this evening in recording time. So, we was just talking about that and touching on it. I wanted to talk about there was an ICE whistleblower. Did y'all hear about him?
Yes.
He went in there and he quit and he told the truth, shame the devil. He said, y'all some liars. Y'all told everybody to go beat everybody.
That's what pretty much. Dude said I quit so I could come to this hearing.
I signed up to beat up folks, kicking their
Right, like
door.
I am telling.
He was like, they pretty much trained us to go against the Constitution. Like,
right.
Wait, what?
He like, they told us don't do nothing the Constitution say.
I've never seen no foolishness like this in my life. That man got on there and said, look,
Baby,
I worked for them last week.
Was a person. He went in. He told it all. I don't know who pissed him off, But he told, I'm like, I wonder if he was willing to give DNA samples. Like,
okay, he was willing to give it all up. You know,
I said, I hope that baby.
No question.
I said, I hope he made sure he was covered all the way before he started telling, because I don't think he even let the ink dry. He just rolled out like, I'm telling. I'm going to telling.
He said, look, I worked there last week, not this
right.
week.
I don't work this week, and I'm telling.
Week, so I can come here and tell on y'all on them this week. He was in ICE like way before when it was regular ICE. So I think he had like a bout of consciousness to say I can't be a part of this. He was seeing too much bad happen, so he just had to come on out and tell everybody. And it's crazy because we have so many people saying the opposite. Oh, they're doing such a great job, and this man comes out and was like, they done cut the training is cut to half.
Everything.
They're not
really learning nothing. We just being brought into a room and telling them to go against the Constitution and beat up everybody.
And give them a weapon. You give them a weapon. They have trained on that. They sent them out into the streets of Minnesota. That's what he was like. They just sent them on out.
He said it was on the job training in the streets of Minnesota.
Yes. And that's
what? OJT, y'all. That's what we call OJT at work.
That's what they said. OJT in Minnesota. I said, what? That explains a lot.
They showed exactly why they are untrusted and untrained. Just like Pete Hegseth got in there and showed why he shouldn't be the Department of Defense person in charge. They all show that they are untrained. But now we have somebody proving that, hey, yeah, it was on purpose. Like
we can't make this stuff up. Let me go through these news articles. Mexico is caught between Trump and the cartel. So we got that happening while we got googly eyes over there celebrating with and turning up, okay, baby, turning all the way up, and it's on camera with the hockey players. They then went and killed unalived. I'll say that for TikTok purposes. El Mincho.
Oh, yeah.
El Mincho, one of the biggest kingpins left. Why did y'all do that? Now everybody over there stuck. Can't nobody go home. People on vacation enjoying themselves. They can't go nowhere because these cartel folks is tearing the city up, okay? And they probably looking for, Americans because I heard he stuck his nose in the mess and he got something to do with it. I ain't got nothing to do with y'all. I'm just tell the cartel, we ain't got nothing.
We
us,
don't
all
live.
Of us, you see my cup? We ain't got nothing to do with it.
1600 Pennsylvania Avenue is where you want to direct.
You don't want no problem.
Right. I'm sad. 25 Artists is my spot. I love it there.
Like
of all people you want beef with, why would you want beef with the cartel? Of all people who could come in and take stuff out my refrigerator. They
ain't never scared. They ain't never scared.
He the biggest boss. I'm the biggest boss that you see thus far. He thinks he's Rick Ross out here, baby. You can't tell the old man with the dirty diaper and the dead hand nothing. He thinks he's the boss.
With the wrong crew.
And then you got
the wrong people.
Wait a minute, but then you got the cockeyed fool over there drunk. And how you gonna be drunk and cockeyed? You gonna go over there and you the FBI. Like that is just all bad. Cockeyed,
untrained.
You the FBI and you out here with the hockey players who like to fight. You can't fight because you ain't gonna see a punch coming. Listen, just all
unprofessional.
This is the United States, y'all.
Unprofessional, untrained, everybody.
It always look like a deer in headlights.
On video.
And him and his boo been flying to places and kicking it this whole time. This ain't the first time they flew somewhere.
Who paying? That's taxpayer money, right?
Y'all hear us, Memphis. Y'all hear us, Mississippi. This is what's going on. If you ain't caught up, this is what's happening in real time, okay? We just reporting news, y'all. We don't make this stuff up. Tangly I out here getting drunk. He the FBI. He the person over the FBI. I don't know how you gonna concentrate if he full of alcohol. It's just it's unbelievable.
But did you hear what they said at the phone call? So they had a phone call. Googly Eyes called the president while he was with the hockey team.
Turning up.
He was like, yeah, I'm going to invite y'all. But you do know, I just got to warn you, I do have to invite the women too. And they was like, oh, mind you, the women, big ups to women. Shout out to women.
Yes.
The women's hockey team said, hell no,
Let me ask y'all something. Why they don't like women? Like, what's going on?
Because anytime I do have to invite the women, or else I'll be impeached tomorrow. Everybody's laughing and it's a big joke.
They thought it was funny.
What's
right.
wrong?
Like they just want to go 2 days before that.
Most men I know like the company of women, you know.
Yeah.
Soft bodies. A lot of men I know enjoy the company of women. Now, if you don't, that's your business. You might be hard, but quit faking the funk. That's all I'm saying. Quit faking the funk. Be who you gonna be. If you like hard body, be who you gonna be. Stop the fronting. But
why would you say that as the president, though? Is my question.
It's always the inappropriate one.
You gotta invite them like you have to invite them. Like it's like
he's all right, y'all. Let me get through a couple more articles, and we're gonna switch over. We're gonna switch the tone and get into you guys' topics because I see the time going past, and you know we could do this all day.
All day.
So a man here in Texas, y'all, not too far up the street, was accused of raping a white woman, but beat the charges thanks to surveillance camera. So let me tell you, Mr. John Mars. So this is right down the street, actually, from my location, not too far. He was in Manville, Texas. He was arrested after his neighbor, Amanda, accused him of sexually assaulting her during a house party. However, when surveillance footage was later provided, it proved Marks to be very innocent. And now he's suing her and the local police for civil rights violations. 40-year-old had a small gathering at his house back in November 2023 and invited neighborly Amanda to come by and join the pool party with him and a couple of his friends. A week later, she reported that she was sexually assaulted by him and his friend. But the cameras were installed and rolling and recording at the time. And it showed a whole different story. Now, the police didn't treat him like it showed him a whole different story. The police wouldn't even look at the cameras. The police came, roughed him up, denied him denied him a attorney and everything, denied his phone calls. I mean, just violated his civil rights. But when they tried to indict him and his friends, surveillance showed that she had a good time in the pool. It was relaxed behavior. She even brought cupcakes to the party, and she enjoyed the touching and feeling and the intimate encounter she had with the 2 black men in the pool. It was willing to give it all to the black men in the pool. They probably didn't want nothing to do with Becky afterwards, so she got into feelings, and that's when she lied. Just another case. I just thought I'd bring to y'all attention that white girl caught lying again.
First of all, a week later, she got her story together. I'm assuming she got her lie together in a week. Somebody must have told her, the police would probably believe you. And look what they did. And he had to do all of this. How many people was charged? It was 1 or 2. You said it was 2 men in the hot tub?
Yeah, and it said she was a willing participant in the activities that she was doing in the pool.
Yeah.
Willing. Camera don't lie, Amanda. I'm gonna call you Becky Amanda.
I'm not surprised. That's all I'm gonna say.
Me neither.
Now he's suing you. So,
he better know better. That's what he should. He should, sir, and sir, whoever y'all are.
And he's suing the police department.
Hope you know better.
He's suing the police department as well.
Good.
It's sad. It's sad you got to have a video running just to make sure you don't come up on the wrong side of a situation. You know what I mean? Like
Frank James said her mama found out and she went and lied on the boys. Yeah,
that's probably what happened. You're probably right.
And was over there doing the Humpty dance. And what you doing over there with them boys?
They made me.
Mama, they made me.
I didn't want to. I tried to act like I enjoyed it so they wouldn't harass me.
What she didn't count on was that camera.
Right. But that's what makes me sad, because there's people whose stuff is happening to and people don't believe them because of stuff like this.
Because
they don't have cameras.
Right.
They don't have cameras. That man would be in jail right now had he not had his cameras. I fully believe that.
Mm-hmm.
That's the sad status of our reality.
And from my brothers out there, I mean, I get what you're trying to do. I get it. You know, keep the cameras rolling at all times. Be safeguard yourself. Be careful. Don't just invite anybody over to your house. But if you do, you make sure that camera pointed in your direction at all times for anybody, because people like to lie.
Yep.
But you know what? Shaw said, leave the white women alone. I see you, Shaw, in the comments.
Better learn. Because there's learning and then there's getting taught a lesson, okay? You make the mistake the first
time.
That
is a horrible lesson to learn.
Learn from your mistakes.
You learn not to do it again. And then if you do it twice, then they're teaching you a lesson because you didn't learn from the first time.
Let them know. All right, ladies. So let's get into our topic today. How's your mental health? Unhealthy teen relationships /DV. I will hand this show over to whomever is starting. I don't know if it's Nikki or Miss Jack, but take it.
Yeah, it came from an idea. This topic came from a story I heard on the radio when I was when I went to North Carolina in October to help my aunt because she had to have surgery, and we were listening to people call in on the radio, and they were talking about DV, and it was a lady speaking about her son and his girlfriend, and they were teenagers. And she was saying that, you know, she's so mean to her son, like 15, 16. And she said that the little girl was acting, I won't say, if she didn't get what she wanted, she would block him as like a form of control until he did what she wanted him to do. Then she would unblock him. And he would be upset while she was blocking him. And so she said the conversation that she had to have with her son was, you know, you have to have more self-esteem to not want to be with a young lady that does you like that. Because what she's doing is she's controlling you and she's teaching you that you have to do what she says or you don't get her time and her attention. So that is a form of mental, verbal, like controlling abuse that could lead to something bigger. And the part that stunned me the most was it was a 15-year-old and a 16-year-old, and they're in high school. So I was like, you know what? I'm pretty sure that this happens more, and we need to talk about it so that we can kind of prepare parents and just put the information out there on what it really is.
Yes. Absolutely. And so I think this is a huge thing that we need to talk about too, because I think sometimes our babies don't understand the difference between abuse and what they think is just passion. You know what I mean? So when I was looking at it, it was saying teen dating violence affects 1 in 3 teens, and it can be male or female. And the abuse is often misunderstood as jealousy, protection, passion. And many of our Black and brown babies, they feel like, in their life, they've been taught to stay loyal. Don't tell outsiders your business, keep your business to yourself. And, you're supposed to be ride or die for your significant other. So that's kind of the messages that we receive throughout our lives. And so we feel like, oh, I got to stay here and I can help this person. I can fix this. Or that's just jealousy. They really love me because they're jealous, or they're trying to protect me. It's for my own good, or it's passion, you know? So we got to teach them that love is not supposed to hurt. It's not supposed to be stressful. It's supposed to be safe.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think too that we have to set the example.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of our young people are watching us, you know, as they're watching us. They're watching us as we become in relationships, whether it's with their father, their mother, or whatever. And they're seeing how we interact. And that's how they're learning, you know. And in cases, you know, you have people who have boyfriend, girlfriend relationships, and it could be toxic. It could be a lot of arguing, and some people may think that's normal. Or it could be violent, and some people might think it's normal. So we have to really set the tone, I believe, for our kids.
Absolutely.
So they are able to know how a relationship is supposed to be and how it's supposed to act in a relationship.
That was one of my first ones. It says teens are more likely to commit DV in a relationship when they were raised in a home of DV abuse. It's learned behavior. It's hard to break that, but as parents, you have to teach them to break it. You know, nobody wants to be in a relationship and get abused in front of their kids, right? So sometimes they try to hide it, but kids are going to hear it, you know. But again, sometimes it takes a child going to somebody else's house to see that this is not how they act over here. This is how they handle stuff at my house. And especially if this is how you handle aggression, if this is how you get your point across, they see that as this is what I'm supposed to do in a relationship because you learn at home. So we have to, parents have to teach your kids that, hey, just because this happened when in the household, this is not healthy. That's what we have to preach. That is not a healthy way to be in a relationship, but they're more likely to feel like that's normal if they grow up in a household like that.
Yes. Also, think about what they see on TV, like reality shows. How many healthy relationships are a part of reality TV?
None. If you ask me, I don't see any of them healthy.
Right. And then also usually if there's DV in the household, if the parent goes to get help, then the kids are also put into therapy as well. But that's only if the parent went to go get help, because there is a cycle of violence that, you know, you have a high percentage of getting into that same cycle if you see that in your house, because that's how we learn, you know.
Right. I think it's healthy to take your kids with you. You know, the opposite voice is always good hearing, like from a therapist, but you as a teenager or what have you, if you do go to therapy with your parents, you can see that somebody else is saying, hey, this isn't healthy as well. To get a different aspect.
I agree, because I mean, even for adults, it's usually good to get the advice of the non-biased person, the person who does not know you, who can't be too judgmental or can't be judgmental at all about who you are, because they don't know you and they're just getting to know you because you're sharing with them with, you know, information. So I think kids are smart enough, especially teenagers, to pick up on that, because if you have a teenager like I do, you could tell them till you blue in the face about something. They'd be like, okay, you mom, and you saying it because you're mom and whatever, because you love me and you're supposed to tell me these things. But when they hear it from other people, it becomes more, oh, you know, mom was right. Okay, you know, and it may not necessarily say it, but you know they're picking up on that, right? Because we've all
That's going to be frustrating as a parent, though, to tell your child like 9 times the same thing, and then one other person tell them the 10th time, they're like, oh, I had to hear from somebody else to verify it.
And come back and repeat it to you like you didn't say it. Yeah.
You know, Miss Jack told me today, Mama, the same thing you told me.
Now ready to. Yeah.
The teens that are at a greater risk of physical and sexual dating violence are female students and members of the LGBTQ community. I'm assuming because for the females, we just have something inside of us that we want to please in the relationship. Not that we're the weaker sex, we are, especially physically, but we just have this tendency to go along with, because I don't want to make you mad, you know? And so we do have to teach our girls, we got to work on, one of the tips was pour confidence and self-esteem into your child from a young age, because peer pressure is very, very strong. It is very much worse in high school.
Right.
Up to high school. So they're so impressionable then. They want to belong, they want to be liked, they want to be part of cliques and groups, and they really want a boyfriend or a girlfriend. So it's really harder then.
Right.
Yeah. And it's about power. Abuse is about power and control. Right. And so a lot of times in relationships, even there's something else that's called like digital social media abuse, which I think we don't talk about much, which made me think about it when you were saying that about females, who we're on social media a lot. We're doing all these different things. We're taking pictures, and sometimes the guys don't appreciate the type of pictures people are putting on there. So it's about power and control. So it might be that they're checking your phones constantly, asking for passwords, tracking your location, isolating you from friends. And again, they take it as they love me. They want to protect me.
Yeah.
And
so again, that self-confidence is important.
It
what
is.
You said made me think of a popular show right now, because you said the social media digital, did you say footprint or?
Yeah, like it's a digital or social media type of abuse.
Right. There's a movie, it's on Netflix, and it's called Unknown Number. And you've probably seen reactions to it on TikTok, but there was a teenage boy, they had a relationship, and the girl started getting crazy messages from someone saying that she was messing with the young boy. And it was turned into like bullying, like social media, like digital bullying through her cell phone. So they tracked it down. Crazy to say, it was her mama, but
yeah, I saw that. Yeah,
I heard about that.
Yeah, but it just went through like the ups and downs of teenage relationships, because the young girl and the young boy that were having a great relationship, they wound up breaking up because of all the things that was going on with the messages. They started questioning their friends. They were trying to accuse other people. That's what I mean about peer pressure in high school.
Yeah.
It can change the scenario of everything. But yeah, it turned out to be her mama. And some of the things said was, you have to watch it, y'all. It's called Unknown.
That goes into a whole different genre category when your own mama is.
Yeah,
that's wild.
Mental.
Yeah.
But the thing that Nikki said was very prominent, because social media plays a lot in everything.
It does.
You do not want to be the weirdo. You don't want to be the one that doesn't have a boyfriend or a girlfriend or somebody to go to the dance with and things like that. So, sometimes, like she said, they just will want to just go along with it, and he likes me or she likes me. They wouldn't be upset. The same thing we hear from adult DV victims. Some get uncomfortable when they're not being attacked and assaulted, because they feel like they don't love them because they're not doing it. So that's one of the symptoms. That's
a good place to stop right now. We got to take a midterm commercial break, but we'll be back so we can pick back up and have the rest of the show. So y'all sit tight. You're listening to R Plus Community Connection on WKRA 92.7 The Change. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back, y'all.
You're locked in to WKRA 92.7, the voice of the community. And listen, 2026 is all about showing up and shining. That is why we rock with Morningstar Boutique by Tam, where fashion meets confidence, purpose, and style. From everyday chic to head-turning statement pieces to some fly arm candy, Morningstar has it all. And while you're shopping, tap into the community. Discover Black-owned and minority-owned businesses at ourplugsllc.com. Also, check out morningstarboutiquebytam.com, where your light owns your style.
Advertising with Our Plugs. The community connection opens doors to a whole new ballgame. Radio advertising is affordable, powerful, and puts your business directly in front of the people who want to support you. Plus, customers can easily find and connect with you anytime through our online directory. If you're ready to grow your brand, expand your reach, and stay connected to the community, sign up today. Visit ourplugs.com and register now. That's ourplugs.com. Plug into your community.
Hi, everyone. I'm Mara Keller, retired Army Lieutenant Colonel and candidate for Congress in Georgia's 3rd District. Now, I'm running because too many decisions in Washington are being made without listening to the people that they affect, whether it's public safety, veterans care, education, or protecting our constitutional rights. These aren't partisan issues. If you believe our government should work for everyday Americans and not special interests, I invite you to stand with us. Your donations help keep this grassroots campaign people-powered. Every donation fuels our voter outreach, ads, and our shared fight for a better Georgia. Visit marakeller.com to donate today. Let's finally serve the people who send us to Washington. And a huge thanks to DJ Kitty Cat 50 for the energy and the spotlight. Let's keep pushing.
Hello, my name is Keith Young. I'm the founder of Young Helping Hands, headquartered in Detroit, Michigan. Young Helping Hands is a business created to help seniors in our community. We help seniors in all areas, mentally, physically, emotionally, and spiritually, in efforts to enhance their overall health and wellness. To learn more about Young Helping Hands, please visit our website, www.young-helping-hands.com. You can also reach out to us via email, younghelpinghands1@gmail.com. Lastly, you can visit us on Our Plugs podcast, January 29th, 2026 at 6:30 p.m. Central Time to learn more about Young Helping Hands and how we impact seniors in our community. Thank you.
Carter's Caring Hands is here to serve the communities here in Kalamazoo, Grand Rapids, Battle Creek, as well as Southfield, Michigan. We also go out into the unhoused community, serve the community with care bags. Low-income families, our senior citizens, and our veterans with fresh food baskets each and every day, because no one should choose medication over food. We are here to serve you. Your community is our community, and our community is one community. From our hands to your hands.
Welcome back. You are listening to Our Plus Community Connection, and we are going to pick right up where we left off with Miss Jack. Go ahead and continue on with what you were saying, sis.
I was going to say some outcomes of unhealthy, abusive relationships could be short-term and long-term negative effects on developing teens, such as depression, anxiety, substance use, and antisocial behavior. A lot of things can come from being in pretty much the same things that can happen to adults, but at a younger age, which cuts down on the time that you have, to combat the situation. So you have to make sure that you are looking at your teens, talking to your teens. You know the difference. If your child is like me, I'm happy most of the time, like 95% of the time I'm happy. So if you see me, if my husband comes home and I'm just quiet and calm, something's not right. It comes from knowing your child. So they're always wanting to be shut up in their room all of a sudden, and just make sure you monitor your kids to see, because it's a slippery slope. And again, peer pressure can cause them to start using substances, start drinking, anything to deal with the pain of, I just lost my relationship because I stood on a boundary, or I told him I didn't want to be abused, or something like that. So you really have to be careful.
Yeah. And depression in teens and children sometimes it's different than depression the way it shows in adults. So it may, like you said, it's looking for behavioral changes, because sometimes it could just be behavioral, right? Now they're starting to act out. They're doing things that they normally wouldn't do. They're talking back. They're not doing well in school. So look for, they might be isolating and withdrawing, or like you said, using substances. They may have some suicidal ideation. You have to really pay attention, because it just may be that they're acting different from what they normally would act, because it's not the same. Depression is not the same in children as it is in adults.
Right. And these are teenagers. They're going to have mood swings.
And the thing is, I think one of an important key factor as parents, and this is just me speaking because I'm a parent, make sure we install that value of who they are at an early age with our young ones, letting them understand how important they are and their value and because that reflects on how they should be treated, even in friendship.
Right.
Not only, romantic relationships, friendships. I always, Miss Morris, I always go to the friendship thing because I understand I've been through some friendships in my life. And you have some, you win some, you lose some.
Right.
You do live to see another day, and it is possible, and we have to let them know. I always tell my daughter, you're going to have friends in elementary school, high school, middle school, and high school. Now, some may stick with you, some may not. Some may go other ways because people have different ways of how they want to move and live their life. But you have to be prepared for that. And that happens in relationships. Sometimes you have, that person you like a lot, but they may not value you the way that you value yourself. And it's important, I think, to teach kids that because a lot of kids don't have that, and then they get lost when the first person that will tell them you're beautiful, you're pretty, or you're handsome, and that might take them over the edge, and they may be like, oh wow, this person really loves, and they because they didn't value themselves. Know that you're beautiful, know that you're handsome. You don't need nobody to validate that for you. And I think that's important before they go into these relationships, and we should be teaching that to them.
Absolutely. And here's I want to give some quick red flags because I think it's a good place to do that. So for your teens, it may be abuse if someone gets angry when you hang out with your friends instead of them. They might, if they insult your appearance or your culture. If they say, if you loved me, you would do something A, B, C, and D, or you would not do A, B, C, and D. If you loved me, you wouldn't do that. If they threaten to harm themselves, if you are talking about leaving, if they tell you what clothes you should or should not wear, again with the social media, if they're trying to control your social media, or they may embarrass you in public a lot.
Baby.
Those are red flags.
That's one thing I do not like. Well, I don't like none of them, but embarrassing, But all those are signs of controlling behavior.
Exactly. Power and control.
Tell you what I feel like you should do for me to want to continue to be in a relationship with you. For me to act like I like you, I need you to X, Y, Z. And like Tam was saying earlier, if you don't have that self-esteem, if you don't have that confidence in yourself, then you may be open to changing for somebody because you don't really value yourself, like she was saying. You got to for that.
Love doesn't come with demands
and restrictions, and
when somebody cares about you, it doesn't come. And I hope my young people are listening. It does not come with you got to do this to show me, or I need you to do this. If you don't go pick me up after work or give me lunch, you don't love me. Nobody would say that who truly love you, They wouldn't demand that of you.
Or if they're going to say, I'm going to harm myself because you're threatening to leave me because of how I'm acting towards you. You're tired of it and you're leaving, so I'm going to harm myself if you leave.
That's extreme too. That is really
But I have absolutely heard that.
Yeah, I've heard that as well. I have men tell me that. And
I mean, nobody, not me personally, but like as a therapist, I've heard that.
I said, oh, okay then. I can't help you. Prevention. I got some prevention tips because that's not going to move me. But if you don't have good self-esteem, some people will play on that. Oh my God, I don't want them to hurt themselves because of me. I'll take you back, baby. You're going to be single and lonely. Whatever you do is on you. Okay, so some prevention tips. The first main prevention is talk to your teens Be extremely open and honest about your questions and answers to their questions. Talk about what can be considered controlling, privacy invasion, stalking, verbal mental abuse, intimidation, etc. So the 4 tips that I have: teach them to leave when they feel the situation is unsafe. There is nothing wrong with breaking up. It may feel like the end of the world. And if it's your first boyfriend, your first girlfriend, your first best friend relationship, your first anything, it's going to hurt. That's some of the ups and downs of life. But staying when somebody is making you feel unvalued, not valued, or disrespected is going to make them feel like you're a pushover. And they're going to walk over you, or they're going to, mistreat you. Hopefully not physically, but we know it can go that far. So teach them to leave when they feel unsafe. Teach them to defend themselves whenever possible. Sometimes you may be put in a situation where, of course, men are physically stronger than women, but there's women and women relationships. But if you know how to defend yourself and you can safely, then do that. If not, call a friend, call your daddy, call your mama, call somebody, but teach your child to try to get away from the situation. Be open to them calling you at any time to pick them up without judgment. Your child calls you, hey, I feel unsafe I know we've been dating for however long. Right now, they're making me feel unsafe. Please come and get me. You can give them whatever conversation you need to give them in the car once you go get them and pick them up. Because they didn't call you for no reason. Go ahead.
Two of my nieces just started college. One started last year, one started this year. Mm-hmm. And I had a conversation with them before they started college. And even in high school, I talk to them all the time. Mm-hmm. And one of the things that I came up with them, like you're saying, if you are out somewhere, I don't care what time it is, and you need somebody to come get you, text me an X. You text me an X, there's no questions. I won't ask you no questions when I get there. I'm going to call you. Text me an X and drop a pin. I'm going to call you and I'm going to say, such and such, this happened with such and such. I'm coming to get you. You got to go. Where are you? Mm-hmm. They're going to drop me their pin. I'm going to come get them. No questions. I don't care what time it is.
Yeah.
And I feel like we have a relationship where they'll eventually talk to me about it. But I told them that. I said, I will not pressure you to say nothing, but I need you to do that. I need you to promise me that you need, you will do that. So that's what we decided.
I love that.
You need to get out of there and let me know. Drop the pin.
I think more people, and that's a good idea, Nikki. Like we need those safety codes, for all of our kids, or in nieces and nephews and everybody, because sometimes they, as you said, they might be in a situation, maybe they didn't drive and they out with some people and they doing too much. And I'm
ready to go. I don't
want to ride with them, and I don't feel safe getting in the Uber. Just drop that, that code, and I'm on my way.
I'm riding. My friend, friend Nay, her children I've known their whole lives. When I was living in Savannah, her daughter missed some airplane. She called me, come get me, please. I went straight to the airport, brought her back, called her mom, I got your baby. We finna go eat. You know what I'm saying? But she knew to call me,
Yeah.
And I felt good about that. Go ahead.
No, I said that's how it should be.
Right.
That's exactly how
it's supposed to be comfortable. The last one is be willing to talk about any and everything. Don't make them feel ashamed of the info they tell you. One thing about children, if they get the wrong reaction to some information they trusted you enough to tell you, and you react to it wrong, they're not trying to tell you nothing else.
You are done.
You done.
Done. Because they were trying to build that trust, like trying to test mama to see if she gonna let me beat you. You said I can tell you anything. Let's see. Let's test it out. So you really got to be open to them telling you, hey, I almost got into a sexual situation. It didn't feel comfortable. I left, or I did this X, Y, Z. What do you suggest I do next time? Like, you really have to be open and ready to receive that from your child, but please don't make them feel like this will be the last piece of information that I tell you because you made me feel worse. I trusted you to tell you, and you made me feel worse than these children and the person that I was in a relationship with.
And I'm gonna say this, parents, aunties, uncles, prep talk yourself as they get older, because know that they may just come to you with that, and you have, when it happened, you might get a kind of stuck face, but then snap out of it and try to ease into it, because yes, I mean, nobody is ever prepared to hear anything, about their precious babies.
Right.
Because you're so precious. You're precious.
Right.
You did
You're
what
an
now?
angel. You're an
Okay.
angel. You ain't never did nothing wrong.
Right.
But as we know, kids are, their hormones are changing. They're teenagers.
Ooh.
They are, interested in certain things, and I mean, life is lifing. Let's just say that. So
They're maturing way faster than us.
we have to, yes, and we have to, and then they're smart. They are very smart and aware of things. It's things I might ask my daughter, and she's like, "Mom, I know about that." Like, oh, do you?
Right.
Okay, well,
Right.
let's talk about it.
Who told you that?
And they get uncomfortable. They be like, "Oh," but you have to ease it and let them come to you eventually. Let them know it's okay. That's a comfort.
My niece called me, and this is when she was liking girls. We had a whole conversation about her and this girl and her buying her some nice underwear.
You auntie, that she probably felt
waxed, and I was, thank God we wasn't on FaceTime, because my face was. I was like, "Oh, well, what did you get? Did you get her? They got a sale 10 for $30." I had to be open.
We don't even know we want to promote them anymore. But
she trusted me to call me to tell me this. So like, okay, go for it. I'm here. Right. You are absolutely right. You got to be prepared for whatever they may say.
You do.
And still love them. And still got to
love them.
Absolutely. And that's how my nieces are. They tell me, they're talking to me about all types of stuff. And sometimes I ask them questions. They're like, "Auntie Nicole." I'm like, just humor me. Like, just humor me. Like, stop clutching your pearls and humor what I'm talking about. They're hilarious though.
That's
but
good. You have
to have an open relationship. You have to normalize those first love intense feelings. You have to be able to talk about it's okay to be alone. You have to be able to talk about your presence on social media. You have to talk about self-esteem. You got to talk about how you don't have to fix anybody. You're not put here to fix people. So you got to normalize some of that stuff for them, so that when it hits them, they can say, "You know what? I didn't talk to you about this because this is what I'm going through."
Yes.
Yeah. And teach them that urge to want to read everybody comments about something about you, or to want to read negative text, or the person that you're trying to break up with keeps sending you. Teach them to block them, because the more they read it, it's going to make them feel bad. And then when you go to school, there's a lot that's going on in school. So you got to teach your kids some kind of disconnect from social media as well. But that noise from everybody's opinions, if you don't have good self-esteem, you're going to be sitting in the middle of class crying. You're not going to want to go to school anymore.
Yeah. Social media, I'm telling y'all, it has taken a whole new spin in life. And the way that it affects these kids. That is why we, and we have, I say my Generation X, like Generation X, like we come into the social media. It wasn't our growing up, we had pagers, okay, we had pagers. We was cussing people out on pagers, okay? That's how we was going off. But now it's this whole thing where they be like, pull up, and people beefing over relationships through the toxic or through the Instagram, and the kids are getting into videotaping these fights. I mean, it's so much.
Yes. That they take in all day.
Yeah.
Something else you said made me think of something.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just say this and I'll let you go. That's why it's so important that we also kind of see what's going on social media so that we are able to speak to it and not be one of those out of sync. Because my husband always say I'm out of sync because sometimes I don't know the music. I like 90s music, okay?
I like y'all.
But I do like some of the newer music. But he be like, see, you ain't with it. I gotta stay on top. Because he knows little stuff, whatever. But we do have to be in sync.
Right, you do.
And that's
you
my
really
point. Go ahead.
What I was going to say, you made me remember with social media, right now, people are meeting people online and going to actually meet them in person. And that's a quick way to get kidnapped. So you really have to be monitoring your children to know that, hey, I'm finna go meet my friend. Who is your friend?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there are real creeps in the world. So this situation happened, I think it was a month ago, that somebody either met up with him.
Was it in California?
It might have been. And I can't remember the whole
found her
story.
body parts. Yeah. Young girl. And she told her mom she was going one place and she went to a different place. See?
She met him on a media, or not Roblox. It wasn't Roblox. It was some other, like,
that's another situation.
That was another story.
Roblox.
Yeah.
You gotta watch.
But that's the other thing I was gonna say. It's okay to have your child's location. Y'all always on that phone. Turn location services on. We're gonna share location,
honey.
I have my niece's location. They have mine. I have theirs.
Or you not?
I can see where you at. What you over there doing?
Yeah.
Where are you at? You ain't at home. You know, where are you at? But
my
also,
child would text me like, well, where you at? I thought you was coming home because we shared the location.
Yeah.
Mine in the Army, and I got her location in Carson, Colorado. She texted me, Auntie, where you and my uncle at? Because y'all ain't at home. I see y'all somewhere.
Right.
I don't play them games.
They probably stalk me more than I stalk them, but I do have it. I can pull up if I need to. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And so it's okay to say we need a shared location. I need to be a friend on your page. And even like my nieces, when they take Ubers and stuff, they drop their Uber information to me. So it's okay to have that.
In the comments, we got Nutty Professor in the building. Hey, Auntie.
Hey, Nutty.
What's going on, brother? He said we couldn't go. He said as kids we couldn't go to anyone's home. They can come over to our house. Go over there. That was a strict rule.
That is true.
And be somewhere you're not supposed to be. Get caught somewhere you're not supposed to be.
Okay, because baby, but belt behind. Okay,
exactly. And then
nobody tell you. I didn't tell you can go. I told you was supposed to be at such and such house.
Exactly.
I don't care if it's the neighbor.
Exactly.
Not where you said you was going. Now I got to show you I can be ignorant real quick. Hold on.
Because the neighborhood would tell on you. The neighborhood would tell on you. So you didn't need no location services.
The neighbor was the location. Such and such is over there. I seen her.
I just seen you over at such and such house. I thought they was going to the store.
A lot of dry snitches on your street. A lot of dry snitches. Okay, I call it dry snitches.
So that's true.
It's true.
So how do you leave?
Maud
how do you leave?
She said tight parenting made us better adults, and that's a fact. That's a fact.
It did.
And I don't think there's nothing wrong with being a tight parent, especially now. I mean, we really have to be mindful, watch our children, talk to our children, because the world is changing and right in front of our eyes, you know. And it don't seem to be getting no better, y'all. And that's just to be honest. It does not seem to be getting any better for our kids in their future. So we have to teach them to be even tougher than what we were taught to be.
Right.
They have to learn to fight in a different way. And they have to be ready for this monster, because it is a lot of monsters walking around this earth right now.
It is scary.
Yeah, vampires. I'm starting to believe it, for real.
And it's starting smaller and younger. Like, you know, my child comes home every day talking about what somebody said or somebody did, or, you know, I told them this wasn't right, or, you know. Yeah, and she's 6. Like I said, what are y'all doing in first grade? Like, it's not time for me to be having these conversations. But it is.
They growing up too fast.
Where did you get that from?
Where I'm like, I'm sorry, what did they say? Like, what?
But you did say something, Nikki. You said, how do you leave?
Yeah, so
Tell
how do
your
you
parents. Talk to your parents. Yes.
Tell an adult that you trust. Don't break up by yourself if it's unsafe. You know, save evidence, screenshots, and all the social media posts and stuff like that. Change passwords. Share your location with a trusted person, which kids do a lot. A lot of they're all following each other. The friends are usually all sharing locations with each other. And then block, stuff little by little until you're all the way away from the person. But definitely tell somebody that you trust.
Don't go back and forth and break up together if you really don't want to be with them.
Yeah. I see a comment in the TikTok. The priest said his problem was he held loose standards for his son than he did for his daughter. And that happens. And it has happened. That doesn't make it right, because I grew up in a house full of men, and I know they had looser standards than I did. Because my daddy wasn't having it with nothing, okay? He wasn't playing. He was the biggest boss that you've seen thus far, for real. When it came to me, for real, I couldn't do nothing.
Okay.
But them boys got to do a little bit more. But they still had standards for them as well. So I think it's just a balance. I think we still got to protect our boys too, because our sons, the boys, this world is cruel, especially the young Black men.
Yeah.
You know. It's hard. So we definitely got to prepare them for relationships as well, because as you stated in your opening about the young lady being controlling, it's a lot of young ladies that's out here using what they got to control these boys, manipulating, narcissists, all of that. And we got to teach our young men, like, hey, you deserve better. You don't deserve that. That's not how someone's supposed to treat you.
Exactly.
Right.
Who admires you. They shouldn't treat you that way. And we got to teach them that.
Yep.
It's a hard conversation, but it's little by little. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it is. Well, ladies, look, look, our time has came to an end. I didn't even realize the time. Now look, because we be talking, right? You was giving me signs. Thank you all for coming by. What a show. What an amazing show. We always have a good time, especially on our mental health days. This is a day we vent. Before we close out, is there anything you wanted to say, Miss Jack? I'm going to pass it to you. Then, Nikki, you can go.
Yes. Please parents, talk to your children and be open and honest and listen very well.
Yes. Nikki?
Love should not hurt.
Absolutely. Period. Y'all. Love should not hurt. And with that being said, thank you everybody for tuning in today to our Plus Community Connection, Memphis, Tennessee, Holly Springs, Mississippi. Go out and be great. Today is a beautiful day. It's Wednesday. Y'all got some nice weather ahead of you, some nice cool weather. And enjoy your day. Come back tomorrow. We will have a special guest tomorrow. I think it's a representative from the Mississippi area. So y'all must come through and hear that, because we are in voting season. I did vote for Jasmine, y'all. I am so excited. I voted for Jasmine the other day. So I'm excited. But make sure you register to vote. And come back tomorrow at 9 a.m. Central Standard Time is when we will be on. We'll have the Real Duce and DJ. So we'll be doing some political tea as well. So y'all don't want to miss that. The show is going to be great. Thank you, ladies. Thank you, TikTok, and thank you, the YouTube and Instagram and Facebook. We'll be back, and y'all have a wonderful, wonderful day. As we wrap up today's show, we want to thank each and every one of you for tuning in, tapping in, and staying connected to your community.
Remember, this platform exists to uplift Black-owned businesses, nonprofits, creatives, and community leaders who are doing the work that moves us forward.
Make sure you support today's guest. Share the show. Stay plugged into our plugs, because when we support each other, we all rise.
Until next time, keep believing, keep building, and keep shining. You've got this.
You've been listening to Our Plugs, the community connection where communities meet opportunity. We'll see you next time.